It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM.
What did you say the color was?
Blue.
Okay.
The blue heart. Don't look into it.
If we get the option to look into the blue heart, I will, because I seem to have made a hobby or a habit. I nearly said, I nearly tried to say both of those at once, so that's why I was flustered for a second. Out of disobeying Inland Empire. Let's shake the ledger.
Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? And something small inside, light, made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it.
Well, let's peek inside.
The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center.
How would I open it?
With your hands. U4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Okay, 83 is not that bad. Let's smell the ledger.
The stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by a faint air of spoiled meat, the stuff of death itself, and then sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner.
Lovely. Nothing better. Let's hang it up from the rearview mirror in the car.
You know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger has seen the inside of a public toilet.
Which toilet would that be?
Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it?
Is sprinkled liberally with the citrus zest of toilet cleaner a line this poet might have used?
Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you.
Okay, let's try to open the hidden compartment.
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
Let's slide it open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Let's look at the stubs first.
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
What? I'm not gonna say that. That seems a bit, let's pick up the card.
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue.
Let's smell it first.
It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti.
Well, then let's open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it.
Let's go.
Hold on to it, read the card. I'm aware that we're probably gonna lose some morale, but I have some magnesium and we should get magged up anyways. At least that's what Kuno says.
Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Let's keep reading then.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on.
Let's hold on
To
then.
what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
Let's fall sideways then. Do we just... Did we just yeet our save file? Begin?
There is nothing.
What? Did it just completely...
Again.
Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just blackout.
Just lie there passed out?
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so. But as they say, what do you do?
Smelled so nice, it smells like betrayal.
Yeah, man. Fuck everything. Total blackout forever.
What was the X something, the...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
No, it was beautiful,
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
So my name appears to be Harry?
Your name is fuck all.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Then what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Enough, just lie there motionless.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
I'm not coming back. What is that? It's cold?
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of
okay.
nothingness.
Where am I?
The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The lieutenant is extending a small canister to your mouth. Let's drink.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes. The darkness parts.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
Well, let's
With
give it
great
another shot.
gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat. The lieutenant pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I should ask you the same. I came in contact with the burned out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. I was dehydrated, it won't happen again. Start climbing out of the motor car. I should ask you the
You
same.
were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to.
How long was I out?
10 minutes, maybe.
I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant.
That does sometimes happen.
Breakthrough imminent, okay? He hands you the remains of your ledger.
He replies with such understanding, it's as if the burnt-out ruins of the past were an occupational hazard. Athlete's foot for cops.
You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed?
Let's solve this case, yeah.
Good.
Okay, so everything is fine. Everything is fine.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Okay. Let's first check it. No, wait, here. Let's check this out first. So we have that as an option, -1 authority, not again. You see yourself from above. You're passed out on the blue tiles of the hostel room floor. Even from this distance, you see your eyelids flutter at the moment of what? At the mention of what? A great white object letting out its sweet smell like a lily of the valley. The sweet man's forgotten its name. Sweet? Oh, I mixed up the lines, sorry. The little man's forgotten its name, but he still remembers the feeling. And look, he moves. The feeling animates him. He instinctively reaches out for the feeling's best friend. A bottle of Commodore Red. He puts on his disco clothes and gets smaller and smaller. Okay, research time is 5 hours. Breakthrough imminent with a rigorous self-critique, okay. Imminent, but not quite there yet, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Right, that's read the watermarks. Oh yeah, we could do that right now. We could go here now. We have a skill point. What's the weakest? So the 2s are the weakest now. We can't upgrade suggestion or volition anymore, and also not empathy. Then we have pain threshold or endurance. Let's go for take the blows, don't let the world kill you. Shrug off the pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Let's go for pain threshold for now. There we go.
Rigorous self-critique.
Ah, there it is.
Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Let's look at the bonuses. Okay, int and psi, red check failures heal 1 morale, and those red check failures heal 1 health. Learning cap for pain threshold raised to 6. Okay. That seems good. So we could stop being a communist because this one has downsides and the others have upsides. And those might give us upsides later. Oh, it takes a skill point to forget it. Okay. Well, then forget I said anything, but I might come back to it later. Ah, those are just some things I could get at some point. Okay. Let's take a look. What was it? Interactable? No, that's the racist mug. That's the envelope. Not going to use it right now. Okay. Let's turn on the light then.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Press engine
The
start.
dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
Well, that was loud.
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Let's press the button labeled headlights
The lights
then.
unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay, let's close the door. Let's do
As
it
you
then.
hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the street grid
The
first.
rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, 2 men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, where are we on this?
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
He says, his fingers near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. Seems nice, seems like a shithole. I'm sure I've seen worse. Let's be optimistic here. Let's say it seems nice.
No, it does not.
All right, let's look at the perforations then. At least one of us has to be the optimist.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows then.
The first row has 18 dots.
What about the next
The
one?
next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Let's count them
You
then.
count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely.
I'm sure they mean something terrible and all that is going to come crashing down soon. What about the last
The
row?
last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey, Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Wait, 18 years I've done this? I got drunk like a megastar. I walked the land telling whores and liars of the end to come. There are 9,855 days remaining. Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else. I feel like I just went around apologizing all the time. Do you really think I have any idea? Wait, 18 years I've done
That's
this?
what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth?
Probably some boring office job.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be a super cop? I used to be good, that's some solace, I guess. What's the last number? I don't think I can ever re-become this person. What's the last number? I used to be good, that's some solace.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many? Or so I'm a killer? Or I was expecting a higher number, honestly. So I'm a killer?
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
How do you handle this strain? Or have you ever killed anyone, Kim? I think he said that did he kill 4 people or something? Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
Okay, he declines to elaborate. Okay. How do you handle this strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives us a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Like tip-top racing? Maybe I should find a hobby? Or hobbies are lame. No, I won't say hobbies are lame because they're not. Maybe I should find a hobby?
Why not gardening? You've already got the yellow gloves.
Well, thanks
The
for this.
lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
Wonderful.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Oh. Something tells me we should have found that way earlier, right? Years in service 18 years, people killed 3, cases solved 216, honor 3, good cop, bad cop 14, communist 13. Moralist 2, Ultraliberal 3, and Fascist 0. That's something good, I'd say. Superstar Cop 1, Apocalypse Cop 0, Sorry Cop 5, Boring Cop 3. Alright. That seems okay. Right, that's that. Not a lot of points right now. Okay. Well then. Was there anything else left to do with the... Where was it? That's the notes from the fridge. Tools. Ah, there.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Okay, now let's see if we can read the case files now.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait, HBD 41? Weren't those officer precinct?
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB is Harry Dubois.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Yeah, we definitely should have found that sooner.
Harry Dubois, HDB.
Yes, the Next World Mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
Okay.
Cause of failure, rent too high. The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class. People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell lectures have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich. They take responsibility for the execution, but not the design. The ideologue of the Next World Mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Wait, do I ever found out who came up with it? Let's read on.
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3. The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between 2 options.
A, remove the mural, it's wrong. B, keep the mural, it is right.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
All that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle class. The middle class are not to be blamed, it's human nature. I like it, but can't we wreak havoc on other nations instead? I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing because I don't believe in that rubbish one bit. all that remains is to wreak havoc on the middle
In
class.
any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. What do you want to tackle next?